This is a teaching dialogue, not a random fantasy story. Focused on wisdom and emotion. Buddha was sitting quietly when a disciple asked, "What happened in the world?" The West chose enjoyment without depth. The East chose seriousness without joy. And both are tired. Yes. Because both are incomplete. Then what is the right way? Totality. Be joyful like a lover, and silent like a meditator. Is there no conflict? No. Conflict exists only in misunderstanding. And wisdom and foolishness? Keep both. Never choose one. If you choose one, the other will return with revenge. Then what should I become? Whole, balanced, alive. And about becoming a fool? Not yet. You are still in a hurry. What happens when one is too fast? Then life becomes awkward, unnatural. Let things grow, don't force them. Why do I rush so much in life? Because you want results too quickly. Like forcing things to happen? Yes, then even love becomes unnatural. Wait, let things grow in their own time. I heard a story. When Pooh stopped searching, honey appeared everywhere. Yes. When you stop seeking, life reveals itself. But when he tried again, nothing happened. Because trying itself is the problem. Why does searching destroy it? Because searching creates tension. You become narrow, closed. And without searching, you are open, available to everything. Then life overflows around you. So I should not look for happiness. The moment you look, you miss it. Then what to do? B. Don't chase. But if I try not to look, that is still looking in disguise. Even not trying becomes trying? Yes. The mind is very subtle. Then how to drop desire? You cannot drop it by desiring to drop it. Even desirelessness is a desire? Yes, just more refined. Then what is the way? Awareness, not effort. See the desire, don't fight it. And then? In seeing, it disappears. So honey comes when I am not searching. Yes. When you are relaxed, open, flowing. Then life gives more than you can ever ask. So the secret is simple? Very simple, but the mind makes it complex. Stop chasing, and you will find everything. Is desire wrong only for money? No. Desire itself is the problem, not the object. Even desire for God. Yes. Desire is always worldly. There is no such thing as a spiritual desire. Then how can I find truth? If you seek, you will miss. Why? Because seeking creates misery. Stop seeking, and you will find. Then I should try not to seek. Even that becomes a trap. The mind continues secretly. Then how can I drop greed? Why do you want to drop it? To be free, to reach truth. Then another greed is hiding behind it. Greed behind greed, behind greed. Then enlightenment cannot be achieved. It cannot be achieved, it happens. When desire disappears, it is already there. Then why don't I see it? Desire is like a curtain on your eyes. Expectation pulls you into the future, and you miss what is present. Like imagining something. Yes. Fantasy makes you miss reality. Then what should I do with greed? Don't try to drop it. Then what? Understand it? Just understanding is enough? Yes. In understanding, it dissolves. But who is greedy? The I. The I wants everything, this world and the next. Then what is the way? Watch greed, without judgment. See how it creates misery. See how it builds your suffering. And then? In deep understanding, there is nothing left to drop. So no effort is needed. Only awareness. Know yourself, and truth reveals itself. How deep should I go into understanding? Layer by layer, like peeling an onion. What will I find at the end? Nothing. Emptiness. And in that emptiness, greed disappears. Emptiness sounds scary. That emptiness is God. That emptiness is freedom. So understanding is everything? Yes. Perfect understanding liberates. To know deeply, is to be free. Then why not just drop greed quickly? If it drops without understanding, something remains hidden. That hidden part will return again. So greed stays until I understand it? Yes. It clings, until fully seen. Like poo secretly looking for honey. Yes. Even when you say I am not looking, you are still looking. Then I cannot drop desire? You cannot. It drops, when understanding is complete. Not even great masters drop it? No. Even they did not drop it. It disappeared on its own, through awareness. What happens if I forcefully drop it? Then the ego becomes stronger. It says, I have dropped it. And then? The ego creates new desires, in new forms. So the ego is the root? Yes. It is very clever, very inventive. It always finds a back door. Then what should I do? Don't try to drop anything. Just watch, just understand. In big things only. No, in small things too. Like what? A car passes, and you want it. A face appears, and desire arises. Then I just observe? Yes. Watch every movement within. In that watching, transformation happens. Does greed exist only in big desires? No. It hides in the smallest moments. Like when I see something beautiful. Yes. A child, a face, and a wish arises. Just a simple wish? On the surface, yes. Deep inside, a stronger desire is already growing. Even when I don't notice it. Especially then. Greed works silently, beneath awareness. What about eating? When hunger is gone, and you still eat, it is greed. And in meditation? When something beautiful happens once, and you want it again, that wanting is greed. But I just want that joy again. And that is why it disappears. Why does it not return? Because the first time, you were not asking. It came on its own. And now I am asking. And that closes the door. So desire destroys the experience. Yes. Greed blocks the flow. Then what should I do when something beautiful happens? Enjoy it, and let it go. Do not cling. Can greed even affect meditation deeply? Yes. Even near awakening, greed can pull you back. Then greed is everywhere. In eating, in sleeping, in seeking. It is in every movement of life. Even when I want more sleep without need. Yes. That too is greed. Then what is the way? Watch it, in small things. Awareness in the small, transforms the whole. Why do beautiful experiences not return? Because you start looking for them. But they were so real once. Yes. They happened when you were not seeking. Then why can't I repeat them? Because great things cannot be managed. They happen on their own, not by force. Then what can I do? Only remain open. Keep your doors open, and allow. What happens if I force? Then everything becomes empty, even love. Is that why people lose joy in relationships? Yes. They try to repeat the past. And in trying, they destroy the present. Then they blame each other. Yes. And they start searching elsewhere. Even doubting what once happened. Yes. Because greed has entered. Then what is the real problem? The mind, with its greed and desire. Only greed? No. Greed is connected to many things. Anger, jealousy, possessiveness, domination, all are linked. How are they connected? They are spokes of one wheel. And the center, is the ego. Then what should I watch? Watch everything. Watch greed, anger, jealousy, ego. Just watching is enough? Yes. Pure watching transforms. What remains after that? Only the watcher. And that moment, is freedom. And what about doubt in the master? How do I know what is real? When resistance is there, distance remains. And when challenged, the ego reacts, becomes negative. Then what is needed? Trust, and awareness together. Only then can transformation happen. Why does truth sometimes hurt? Because you have lived in untruth. Then why not always speak softly? In the beginning, comfort is given. But once you are ready, truth must be given. Even if it hurts. Only then can transformation happen. Then doubt arises. Is the master real, or another illusion? I am not real in the way you think. Not real. I am empty. I have no ego. There is no solid person here. Then what are you? A space, a window. But people see you differently. Because they project. One sees a saint, another sees a sinner. Then which one is true? Neither. Both are projections. Why do people project? Because they cannot see directly. They see through their own mind. Then how can I see truth? Drop all projections. How? Become empty. Become silent. What is a meditative mind? A mind that does not project. Can you explain? When you see a flower, don't even name it. Just see, without words. Why no words? Words bring the past, and hide the present. Then how do I see you? Come without ideas. Come empty, and you will see emptiness. And then? All projections fall. And only truth remains. Will I be deceived again? Yes, and this time completely. Completely. All your illusions must break. Only then, truth appears. Why break illusions? Because you live through projections. Projections. You see what you imagine, not what is. Like seeing something that isn't real? Yes. The mind can turn anything into desire. Even something ordinary. Even a traffic light can become beauty in your eyes. Then everything I see is colored by me? Yes. You are projecting your mind onto the world. Then what must happen? You must be disillusioned. Only then projections stop. And then? Reality explodes. Why do masters shock people? To wake you up. A master is not comfort, but awakening. That feels painful. Truth cuts like a sharp blade. Then why say kill the Buddha? To destroy your projections. Even sacred ideas must go. Even parents. Your mind has projected them deeply. How does that affect life? You keep searching for your mother, in every woman. You keep searching for your father, in every man. Without knowing it? Yes. It is hidden in the unconscious. Then attraction is not always real? Often it is memory, repeating itself. Then how to be free? See clearly. Drop all projections, and simply observe. And then? For the first time, you will see what is. How does love happen so suddenly? Because the past is triggered. The past? The image of your mother, your father, hidden inside. So I am not seeing the real person? You are seeing your memory, projected outward. Then love at first sight is recognition of an old imprint. Then what do Zen masters mean by kill your parents? Destroy the inner imprint, not the outer person. Why is that necessary? Because as long as it remains, you are not free. Even religion continues this. Yes. God becomes father, or mother. The same search continues, in the sky. Then when does maturity happen? When inner dependence disappears. When the inner father and mother are gone. Then I become free? Yes. Truly adult, truly independent. And then what about my real parents? Then love becomes possible. For the first time, without fear or burden. So killing means freedom, not rejection? Yes. It is inner freedom. And kill the Buddha? Kill the idea of Buddha, not the truth. Even the master must go? Yes. Otherwise he becomes your projection. But why worship first, then kill? Because even the path must disappear. Even the guide must not become a prison. Then what remains? Only your own awareness. And that is truth? Yes. When all images die, reality appears. The last barrier, a living insight. What is the final work of a master? To make you free, even from the master. Even from you. Yes. Otherwise you become a slave. Why must even the master go? Because truth needs no support. That sounds difficult. It is the most difficult step. More difficult than leaving others. Yes. You can leave family, even love. But the master is the deepest bond. Why is it so deep? Because it is spiritual, not physical or mental. Then how can one leave it? With great courage, and sharp awareness. What happens at that moment? The master becomes the last barrier. Barrier? Yes. First a bridge, then the final wall. Then what must I do? Leave even that last support. Drop the last hand, and enter emptiness. Is that disrespect? No. It is the highest respect. Why don't all religions say this? Because they are serious, afraid. And Zen? Zen laughs. Zen is free. Zen is rebellious, yet surrendered. How can both happen together? Surrender, and remain independent. That seems impossible. Only the impossible leads to truth. Why do Zen masters shock people? To break your seriousness. Like strange answers. Yes. Even saying, Buddha is 3 pounds of flax. That sounds absurd. Truth is beyond logic. And burning a Buddha statue. When needed, even that is allowed. And the next moment, worship again. Then what is the message? Don't cling to forms. Be free, in every moment. So the path ends in freedom. Yes. When nothing is held, everything is realized. How can I surrender, and still remain independent? True surrender creates independence. That sounds opposite. It is a paradox, but that is how growth happens. Then surrender is not slavery. No. It is a path to freedom. And seriousness? Drop it. Life is not serious. Playfulness has great value. Even in spirituality. Especially there. Can you give an example? Even the divine can play in strange ways. Like what? A simple act becomes a long chain of events. And the result? Effort turns into play, and play into result. Then what is the message? Don't complicate life. Don't interfere too much. Just allow things. Yes. Play, don't force. And if I become too serious, then you miss the whole point. What is the point? Life is a play, not a problem. Then how should I live? With awareness, and with lightness. And spirituality? It is not heavy. It is a dance, a play, a laughter. Why is silence so important? Because silence is the only door to truth. What happens without silence? You remain in thoughts, and thoughts are secondary. Secondary. First you exist, then you think. Existence comes first, thinking follows. Then thinking cannot reach truth. Thinking can know the outer, not the essential. Then how is truth known? Through silence, where no thought interferes. Is truth far away? No. It is the closest thing. You are already in it, like a fish in the ocean. Then why don't I see it? Because of noise, inside the mind. What do people call this truth? Some call it God. Zen calls it the first principle. Why not call it God? Because the mind creates images, and truth has no image. Then what is the first principle? That which was always there, before everything. The source, the foundation, your very being. Can you tell me a story? 4 friends decided to remain silent. What happened? One spoke, seeing a lamp dim. The second spoke, correcting him. The third spoke, judging both. And the fourth? He said, I am the only one who has not spoken. Then all failed. Yes. Even the idea of silence becomes noise. Then what is true silence? When even the thought I am silent disappears. And then? The first principle reveals itself. What is the first principle inside me? That which was never created, your original silence. Why silence? Because everything comes and goes, but silence remains. Like what? Sound comes and goes, silence stays. Like light and darkness? Yes. Light appears and disappears. Darkness is always there. So silence is like darkness? Yes. It does not need to be created. It is already present. Then why don't I feel it? Because you are creating noise. Thinking is noise. And meditation? Meditation is the absence of noise. Then silence appears? No. Silence was always there. Noise was hiding it. Then thinking is the problem. Yes. Thinking creates a smoke around you. Smoke. It hides the obvious truth. Then what is needed? Clarity, emptiness, openness. How should I see? With empty eyes, without thoughts? What happens then? You see truth outside, and inside. There is no difference. No difference. Thinking creates separation. Without thinking, everything becomes one. One. No division, no boundaries. All existence is united. Then good and bad disappear? Yes. All opposites dissolve. Then what remains? Only oneness, a living unity. Then why is man suffering? Because he thinks too much. And misses what is obvious. What is obvious? Truth. God, existence itself. Silence is always there, a living insight. What is the first principle inside me? That which was never created, your original silence. Why silence? Because everything comes and goes, but silence remains. Like what? Sound comes and goes, silence stays. Like light and darkness? Yes. Light appears and disappears. Darkness is always there. So silence is like darkness? Yes. It does not need to be created. It is already present. Then why don't I feel it? Because you are creating noise. Thinking is noise. And meditation? Meditation is the absence of noise. Then silence appears? No. Silence was always there. Noise was hiding it. Then thinking is the problem? Yes. Thinking creates a smoke around you. Smoke. It hides the obvious truth. Then what is needed? Clarity, emptiness, openness. How should I see? With empty eyes, without thoughts? What happens then? You see truth outside, and inside. There is no difference. No difference. Thinking creates separation. Without thinking, everything becomes one. One. No division, no boundaries. All existence is united. Then good and bad disappear? Yes. All opposites dissolve. Then what remains? Only oneness, a living unity. Then why is man suffering? Because he thinks too much, and misses what is obvious. What is obvious? Truth. God, existence itself. Why do I feel so much doubt? Because you think too much. Is thinking the cause of doubt? Yes. Thinking creates endless questions and answers. Answers create more questions. The cycle never ends. Even about simple things. Even the obvious becomes unclear. How? The mind doubts everything, even truth. Even my own existence. Yes. The mind can doubt even that. But how can I doubt my own being? Even doubt needs you to exist. Without you, doubt cannot be. Then doubt is false. It is a byproduct of thinking. Then what comes without thinking? Trust, faith, clarity. Then thinking cannot reach truth. Thinking can reach only the secondary. Secondary. The outer, the shadow, the illusion. Like science. Yes. It knows much, but misses the essential. It knows the object, but not the subject. Then how to know the real? You can know only what you are. Then what must I become? Silence, the primary state. Silence existed before thinking? Yes. No mind existed before mind. Then the path is move from thinking to silence. And then doubt disappears, and truth remains. Why are children so peaceful? Because they have no mind, only pure existence. No mind, no thoughts, no labels, no judgments. Then how do they see the world? Directly, without naming anything. They don't even know tree or color. They see, but they don't classify. That is their innocence. Can I become like that again? Not a child, but childlike. What is the difference? Childish is unconscious, childlike is aware innocence. Then how to return to that clarity? Drop the burden of thinking. Become empty again. Sometimes people feel this through drugs. Yes. For a moment, the mind becomes loose. Then everything looks beautiful. Because thinking stops temporarily. Then why not use that way? Because it is false, and dangerous. Dangerous how? It disturbs your inner balance. It creates dependence, addiction. And the experience becomes weaker, and weaker. Then what is the true way? Meditation. Why meditation? Because it brings the same innocence, naturally. Without harm. Yes. Without force, without addiction. Then what happens in meditation? the mind drops, and clarity returns. Like a child again? Yes, but with awareness. And that is truth. That is the beginning of seeing reality. Can I really go beyond the mind? Yes. The mind is only a surface. Then what am I inside? Deep inside, you are no mind. No mind was there from the beginning? Yes. You were born without thoughts? Then the mind came later? It is learned, not natural. Just a covering, like clothes. Then I can drop it? Anytime. It is not your essence. What happens when it drops? A new world opens, the world of truth. Then why do people use drugs? Because they also give a glimpse beyond mind. Then what is the difference? Drugs force it, meditation allows it. Which is right? Meditation. It is natural, safe, real. Will meditation reduce desire for drugs? Yes. When you know the higher, the lower drops. Then drugs are not needed? No. They only disturb your balance. But they show something beautiful. Only temporarily. A glimpse, not transformation. And meditation? It makes that state permanent. What is that state like? Everything becomes alive, luminous, beautiful. Then what is true knowing? Not thinking, but being. Being. Yes. To exist, to merge, to feel. Is that knowledge? It is more like love than knowledge. Then what is religion? Religion is the path of no mind. And science? Science is the path of mind. Which is closer to truth? Religion goes directly, science goes around. Then what should I choose? Choose awareness, and drop the unnecessary. And then? You will not think truth, you will become it. Can thinking discover truth? Thinking can only repeat what is already known. Then it cannot discover anything new. It can only rearrange the old, never touch the unknown. Like imagination? Yes. It combines things, but creates nothing original. Then what is the limitation? Thinking moves in circles. It keeps chewing the same thing again and again. Then how to know reality? You must meet it directly, without thinking. Directly. As if you are seeing it for the first time. What happens then? A freshness, a freedom, a newness arises. Does mystery disappear then? No. It deepens. The more you know, the more mysterious it becomes. Then religion is about mystery? Yes. Religion is a path of wonder, not conclusions. And philosophy? It repeats, with new words. And science? It studies the outer, the object. What does it miss? The inner, the subject. Then both are incomplete? Yes. Reality is beyond both. Then what is the right way? A new door, beyond thinking and analysis. What is that door? Meditation. Silence. What happens in silence? You disappear, and truth appears. Disappear. The noise of mind disappears. And then? A subtle voice is heard, from within. What is that voice? The first principle, your own source. Then what is fulfillment? To merge with that source. Was it always there? Yes. Always present, only hidden by thinking. Then what is the final step? Let thinking dissolve, and be. Why do I feel distant from myself? Because you are lost in thought. Thought takes me away. Yes. Thought is a bridge, away from yourself. Then where am I without thought? Here, now. Only here and now. That is the only reality. Then why do I miss it? Because thought takes you to past and future. And without thought, you remain present, and truth is revealed. Then is no thought like sleep? No. Sleep is unconscious, meditation is conscious. What is the difference? In sleep, no thought and no awareness. In meditation, no thought but full awareness. Are there different states of mind? Yes. 4 states. What are they? First, waking, awareness with thoughts. Second, dreaming, no awareness but thoughts. Third, deep sleep, no awareness, no thoughts. And the fourth, samadhi, awareness without thoughts. That seems special. It is the state of pure being. Like sleep and waking together? Yes. A waking sleep. What happens in that state? You are empty, yet fully aware. Empty. No thoughts, no dreams, only presence. Is that the goal? Yes. That is the door to truth. Why is it rare? Because people live only in the first 3 states. What about science and art? Science belongs to waking, art belongs to dreaming. And meditation? Meditation is beyond both. Then what happens finally? You become fully present, fully aware. And in that presence, you meet reality. What creates religion? Samadhi, the state of awareness without thought. Not thinking, yet fully awake? Yes. That is the highest state. Is it easy? No. It is the greatest challenge. Why so difficult? Because it is not evolution, it is revolution. Then most people don't reach it? Very few accept this challenge. Then what are we now? Seeds, not yet trees. Seeds. Full of potential, but not fulfilled. Is that why I feel something missing? Yes. Your being knows, you are not complete yet. That feeling never leaves? Because your destiny is still waiting. Then how do I grow? Like a seed, you must find the right soil. What is that soil? Surrender, trust, awareness. And then? The seed must dissolve. Dissolve. Yes. Only then the plant is born. That sounds like death. It is the death of the old, and birth of the new. What happens after that? Growth, strength, expansion. Through challenges? Yes. Wind, storms, sun, all help you grow. And finally, you become a tree, full, alive, blooming. Then comes joy. Then comes celebration. Is that why masters say rejoice? Yes. They speak from flowering. But I don't feel like celebrating. Because you are still a seed. Then why tell me to celebrate? To awaken your thirst. Thirst for what? To grow, to become, to bloom. And the master helps? Yes. The master is the soil. What happens with the master? You learn to surrender, and dissolve. And then? The journey from seed to tree begins. Why is surrender necessary? Because only through death, new life is born. Death sounds frightening. It is beautiful. It allows transformation. Then what is samadhi? Celebration, gratitude, pure joy. Gratitude. I don't feel thankful. Because you are not yet fulfilled. Instead I feel complaints. Yes. The mind sees only suffering. Then how can one thank existence? Only when you truly become. Become what? Your full potential, your true being. And the path? Silence, surrender, awareness. Why is silence so difficult? Because the mind is restless. Even when I try to be silent, the ego enters, in subtle ways. Like what? Saying, I am silent, is also noise. Like the four friends? Yes. Each one broke silence, in a different way. Even the last one? His pride was also a disturbance. Then true silence means no thought, no ego, no claim. Why 7 days of silence? It is symbolic. Symbolic of what? Your 7 inner centers. Each must become silent? Yes. Only then total silence arises. Then silence is not just outer. It is inner, deep, total. And then? Surrender happens, and you are reborn. And that is samadhi? Yes. The flowering of your being. What happens when all centers become silent? Then the whole being becomes silent. And in that silence, you become the truth. Then why is silence so difficult? Because you are mechanical, not aware. If I just sit silently, is it enough? No. Sitting silent is not being silent. Then what happens inside? Thoughts rush like a crowd. More than usual? Yes. Silence exposes the chaos within. That feels disturbing. Because you are not used to seeing it. Then what should I do? Become aware, watch the movement. Why did the disciples fail? They were not aware. Even after deciding silence. Yes. They forgot, unconsciously. Is forgetting so easy? Watch your mind, even for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Yes. You will forget again and again. Then silence is very difficult. Because the mind is restless. Why did they speak? They needed release. Release from what? From the pressure of thoughts? Then what helps in the beginning? A mantra, a simple repetition. Why a mantra? It gives the mind a small outlet. So other thoughts reduce? Yes. One channel remains open, others quiet down. Is it the final step? No. It is only a support. Then what is the real goal? Total silence, without effort. And then? No crowd, no noise, only pure awareness. Is repeating a mantra meditation? No. It is only preparation. Then what is meditation? Meditation begins when even the mantra drops. Then why use a mantra? To reduce many thoughts into one. And after that, even that one must disappear. Is that difficult? Very. The last thought becomes strongest. Why strongest? Because all your energy gathers into it. Then it becomes attachment? Yes. Even spiritual tools can become chains. Then what is needed? Awareness, from the beginning. Without awareness, even a method can trap you. Then why did the disciples fail? Their minds were full, like a volcano. They needed release? Yes. The mind cannot stay silent easily. Then how to go beyond mind? With total effort, not half-hearted. Total effort. As if your life depends on it. Like a life and death situation? Exactly. Only then thinking stops. Can you explain? When your life is at stake, thoughts disappear. Only action remains. Yes. Pure energy, no thinking. Then what is the secret? Intensity. Total involvement. Not casual practice? No. Lukewarm effort will not help. Then meditation needs urgency? Yes. A burning desire for truth. And then? The mind stops, and silence appears. And in that silence, you meet the real. When does real transformation happen? When it becomes a life and death question. Not just curiosity? No. Curiosity is weak. Only total urgency breaks the mind. Then why do most people fail? Because they are lukewarm. Just following instructions. Yes. Mechanically, without awareness. Are we really so mechanical? Yes. Like machines, repeating patterns. Then what is the difference between man and machine? A machine cannot go beyond itself. Man can, if he chooses. What is needed to go beyond? Great effort, total awareness. Why do we repeat so much? Habit. The mind lives in repetition. Even without thinking? Yes. Actions happen automatically. Then how to break this cycle? Become aware of your habits. If these dialogues speak to you, like and share this journey with others by pressing the YouTube button. Just watching them? Yes. Awareness breaks the pattern. Are there good and bad habits? All habits are chains. They make life mechanical. Then what is real living? Living without habit, with awareness. Why is it easy to see others' mistakes? Because you see them from outside. And myself? You are lost inside, unconscious. Then what is the first step? Start observing yourself. And then? The mechanical life begins to dissolve. And what remains? Real life, conscious, alive. Master, why do people live like they are asleep? Because they repeat, again and again, without seeing. Without seeing? They live by habit, not by awareness. Even when truth appears, unconsciousness throws it away. The mind continues its dream, even when the world is different. What you repeat becomes you. Then how to wake up? Stop repeating, start seeing. Just seeing. Yes, seeing breaks the machine. And then, life is no longer sleep. Master, why do I see others clearly, but not myself? Because your eyes are open outside, and closed inside. Closed inside. A mechanical mind cannot see itself. What is a mechanical mind? Doing, without knowing. Living, without awareness. Like walking, eating, talking. Yes, everything happens, but you are not there. He only remained silent, but inside, the same mind was waiting. So everyone was unconscious? Yes, just in different ways. But why is it so easy to see others? Because it is not your habit. And my own habits? You are blind to them. Like when someone eats too much. I can see. But when you overeat, you don't notice. When someone is angry, I say, why are you angry? But when you are angry, you feel right. When someone is in love, I say, you are foolish. But when you fall in love, I think, I am different. That is the deepest sleep. Why do lovers think they are special? Because love begins like a dream. A beautiful dream. In the beginning, only the beautiful is shown. And later, the hidden comes out. The ugly parts. Yes, what was hidden, takes revenge. Can it be stopped? Only with awareness from the beginning. But people feel confident. They say, it will never happen to us. And then, it happens. Confidence without awareness, is blindness. So love becomes pain? What begins in unconsciousness, ends in suffering. Why do we call it falling in love? Because you fall, from awareness. Like falling asleep. Yes, you are no longer awake. Then what is real love? Love with awareness, not sleep. And if I become aware? Then you will not fall, you will rise. Master, if everything goes wrong again and again, what should I do? Start now. Become aware. Even in love? Especially in love. But love feels so beautiful. Because you show only your light, and hide your darkness. Yes. I show my best side. And the hidden waits, to come out. Then what should I do? See both, your light and your darkness. And the other person? Do not try to change the other. Change yourself. But people always say, you betrayed me. Husband blames wife, wife blames husband. Everyone blames someone else. Blame is the escape from awareness. Escape. When you say the other is wrong, you protect your sleep. Then what is the right way? Say, I am responsible. Even if the other is wrong? That is their path, not yours. My path is to watch yourself. Only myself? Yes, your world is you. My world is me. Your consciousness creates it. Then if I change, your world changes. Master, how to practice this? When you see someone making a mistake, look inside. Inside. Find your own mistake. Instead of pointing fingers, turn the arrow towards yourself.